For 25 years, Marin Shakespeare Company has shared the works of William Shakespeare, enriching lives through award-winning comedies, histories, and tragedies, from As You Like It to Romeo and Juliet, education programs serving thousands of students in schools that would not otherwise be able to fund theater classes, and community outreach programs bringing Shakespeare's thought-provoking works to less traditional audiences. Works that have endless potential to challenge and inspire, exploring personalities, motivations, and emotions that are as real today as when they were written.
He's given so much to society and the way we think about things, and his language is just so beautiful.
The stories that he wrote, the tales that he tells, resonate still as deeply now as they ever did.
He doesn't give us any pat answers. He shows us again and again people on stage trying to figure it out.
A community with Shakespeare is so rich in thought, in language, in stories. It brings people together in ways that make them look so deeply at themselves.
It's marvelous. It's all life compressed into a couple of hours.
Imagine that you had something pretty similar to the West End of London in your backyard.
It's a really fantastic venue because it almost makes it magical when you're seeing certain plays.
Hearing the text that's been spoken for the last 450 years in this gorgeous setting with really substantial talent backing it, speaking it the way I think it was intended to be spoken.
Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by this sun of York. All the clouds that
Dominican University in 1967 built a purpose-built outdoor amphitheater for Shakespearean performances. When we came here 25 years ago, the amphitheater hadn't been used for Shakespeare for quite some time, but there were people who remembered how extraordinary it was to have summer Shakespeare and Shakespeare's words singing out at Forest Meadows. They were looking for somebody to try to bring it back. Somebody knew Robert Currier, and invited him to come to Marin and try to revive Shakespeare at Forest Meadows.
Artistic director Robert Currier has admired Shakespeare's timeless appeal since he resurrected California's oldest Shakespeare festival in Marin in 1989.
There's infinite discoveries to be made in those 38 plays. In 25 years, I haven't begun to reach the bottom of exploring and being amazed by Shakespeare.
Shall that tongue give pardon to a slave? Mine, yours.
From my bathroom on Palm, I can hear the people clapping as I go to bed early at night and laughing, and it's just a joy to be a part of that and hear it and just be a little nook, a little piece of the pie that helps to make it run financially.
Drama education gives life skills. It builds self-confidence. And if you're in any sort of play, it's the ultimate team-building experience.
We're going to create stories and put lots of details into them so people know what things look like.
Some of the most rewarding work we do is working with younger people.
I didn't really know anything about Shakespeare, and it was really great because the director introduced it to us in such a way that made us really understand the language and appreciate it.
To make an envious mountain on my back, where sits deformity to mock my body, to shape my legs of unequal size, to disproportion me in every part.
Some of the things he says make no sense when you're just reading the play, but once the director gives you some cues and you explore it and act it, it forces you to get in the body and the voice.
Are almost done.
Is't even so. But I will never die.
Sir Toby, there you lie.
There's so many different elements to learning that require the total body and all the parts of our brain. And I think that working with Marin Shakespeare Company the last couple of years truly makes some kids blossom in this light.
I couldn't believe it when I saw the play that they put together with Marin Shakespeare, and this student was talking acting, he was owning the stage, and I think that's amazing that we can provide this opportunity and we actually changed his life.
For me, Shakespeare and young people go together because for young people, for students first discovering Shakespeare, it is an undiscovered country that they're being exposed to for the first time.
He told me, oh, I do this program over the summer with Marin Shakespeare, your kids should come. And I said, well, what are you doing? And he said, oh, we're doing Hamlet. And I said, you're doing Hamlet with 8-year-olds.
You're not to be. That is the question.
It was amazing. I watched these children in 2 weeks take on Hamlet.
Especially if it's a troubled child, a child at risk, if they see something that turns them on at that moment, because that opportunity was there, it enhances their lives and everyone else around them.
Shakespeare wrote 400 years ago when he was a poet. The language that he uses is rich and sometimes hard to understand at first. It takes a little while.
Shakespeare at San Quentin transforms men's lives. I go in there every week with our fabulous lead teacher, Soraya Keating, who's a drama therapist who brings all sorts of great skills to the program at San Quentin. And we work with men who come from very varied backgrounds. They've had a lot of different life experiences.
Peevish opposition take it to heart. We pray you throw to earth this unprevailing woe and to think of us as of a father.
Shakespeare has allowed me to learn about relationships between people. I really respect these men in here, you know. I have shared very tender moments with these people in here, and it's because of Shakespeare.
What do I think the world would be like without Shakespeare? I think the world would have a hole in it.
It's amazing how the 38 plays continue to breathe life into the human experience.
Supporting the arts gets your business into the fiber and fabric of the community. It's the right thing to do to help make a nonprofit as wonderful as Marin Shakespeare is, keep going.
It's a lifetime interest. Once you're captivated by Shakespeare, there's no going back.
With the support of all the players in our world, we remain committed to bringing the works and words of Shakespeare to audiences at the Forest Meadows Amphitheater, the children of Marin who are our future, untraditional audiences and students, and beyond. Thank you for the past 25 years. Let's enjoy the next 25 together.
We'll take suggestion as a cat laps milk. Though she be but little, she is fierce.
To be or not to be, that is the question.
Ser o no ser, esta es la pregunta.
The quality of mercy is not strained.
Sometimes 1,000 twangling instruments will hum about mine ears.
This above all, to thine own self be true. And it must follow as the night follows the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man.
What a piece of work is a man. How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, in form and moving, how express and admirable.
Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none.